push really fast. Whereas Wanted, their teamfight lineup is incredible, and their late game's flat out just better. Like, if this game goes late, I can't see Freedom winning this game. So
yes,
they're kind of on a clock,
agree.
and sometimes that's difficult in the deciding game.
Wanted's gonna steal the bounty rune, or attempt to at least. Model pretty tanky, but not tanky enough, unfortunately. So Chessie, by the way, is playing Enigma. I was not expecting this.
That is very interesting.
And Rubik was left untouched, by the way, in all 3 games, both ban and
that is very surprising.
We've seen that in Captain's Mode picked first overall in some cases.
Mid lane ESJ. It's a good Decrepify off, he's still dead, I think. This
Kyo with a DD, he's gonna do a lot of damage. Eagle, though, with a nice fissure, not gonna save his comrade. Kyo actually gonna get a free ward out of this. Nope, denied.
Yeah, I feel like that's an even trade. He denied the ward, so... to be honest, so it's not that great. I think in this game the Bristleback build you want to go for is one that just makes you exceptionally tanky frontline, so your other heroes can push towers. So I would say something like Vanguard into Hood, and then maybe, I guess, Pipe or Crimson. Or
mid lane, getting quite low. The X marks the spot, holds him in place for so long, along with the Torrent, and again, pretty easy kill for the way of Wanted.
Who's coming bottom? There's the Chrono.
Gets the Chrono off. Oh, will connect with the help of Pheonix. Sunray ends up.
He has another
kill.
X.
Yeah,
this, for this one.
It's one of the most ridiculous spells in the game. I'm surprised we just don't see Kunka more often, just in general. But this is a core Kunka, so it's a little bit different.
Under pressure enough, they need to like be confident and try to go for the stuff. Just not obviously group up for like 5-man Black Hole or Chronos or Ghost Ships or whatnot, but.
I think
because they've waited so long, all of the heroes on Radiant have their ultimates. There was definitely a timing window before that where they could have threatened some towers.
This Bristleback not feeling super tanky against this lineup of Wanted. Oh, there's a Chronosphere on 2. Boat is going to connect. That is a bye-bye putt for the light in the meantime. He's going to get a nice blinding light. Boris trying to right-click, but of course having that mischance. X into egg. They can't attack it. It's only a level 1 egg. It's not going to matter. Bristleback is going down one way or the other. And a Black Hole, in fact, used onto Earthshaker. Gets a nice fissure. Does he have his ult? No, he's only level 5, so that's going to be another kill going the way of Wanted. 10 to 1 in their advantage, 2,400 gold. In meanwhile, top lane, Tomato at least gets a tower.
That is, to be honest, I feel like it doesn't really... Drum was nerfed a while back and hasn't really been the same item ever since. On a hero like Kunka, you don't really need the mana when you have both Bottle and Wand. And the attack speed isn't that great for that hero, it's more about the one cleave you see right there, doing a lot of damage. So.
Team Freedom's gonna see.
Oh,
tier
very
1
nice
power
fissure.
Very nice. Not quite blocking off completely, but Jo looks to be dead regardless. And QO trying to get through. Finally the fissure's gone. He's gonna have to use his boat for the buff. And a nice Echo Slam by Eagle onto 2. The aggression continues, and Keel can barely move with all these move speed slows. Team Freedom getting a nice couple kills along with the tower, and they've almost evened up this game. Just with, actually, as I say that, top tower's gone. Back to the same lead it was. Now, it seems. 5-man. Perhaps that's the reason for QO picking up an early drums. Like, he wants something quick he can get, a utility item that allows him to perhaps fight a little bit earlier, but maybe there's a better item.
Wouldn't you just get Armlet then, I think? That logic, I think.
Perhaps. He's gonna go for it
regardless. He went Ags on Gyro, he can do anything.
That's true.
Yeah, well, this push is surely being delayed. Oh, this is very aggressive from PPD, going in like this. Oh, he gets into the ice pole.
Oh, he does have egg to get out of dodge here. Faceless Void gets a Chrono onto 2. Sunray is going to do a lot of damage. Here's the Torrent into boat. BSJ is going to be the first casualty. A nice Black Hole on 2, and that's 3 dead to start off the fight. Bristleback trying to go for Pheonix, but the egg comes out, stuns him, and down goes Bristleback as well. So that fight took so long to actually finally begin, and when it does, Wanted just completely dominates it. Wanted has returned.
No, they're going on.
This
is going to be hard though. There's Chrono and Egg again.
Yeah, they have everything up except for Black Hole, which is probably still enough. And Enigma has the completed BKB, which they're probably going to spot right about now. Nice Ice Path onto 2, and here comes the Chronosphere. It's going to be on 2 with the Sunray combination. Down goes Pugna. Both connects on Jakiro. In fact, Pugna is going to buy back. See how this works out as the bash is going to connect onto Earthshaker. He is completely stun locked thanks to Ogre Magi. Tomato gets off a decent Ice Path, but it's not enough to save his life. And
there's an X mark for this guy. Oh, he didn't get it off? Nope, he didn't get him. Oh, he did? Wow, I didn't hear the sound. Okay. Interesting. Well, last second catch there for Kyo. So that's another 3 plus a buyback. So that's four kills again for a tower. This maybe for the Radiant if they want to try that.
Very difficult for teams to come back now. They're down 8,000 gold, 19 minutes in the game. They don't have a late game lineup. You said when you look at these lineups overall at the beginning of the game that they're pretty even. Obviously different windows and whatnot. We're going to have to hold that thought as QO uses his X already to no effect. As Ogre Magi is going to be caught off guard here. BKB popped by Chessie. He has Black Hole if he wants to use it. Egg is going to be forced.
This is actually a really awkward fight for Wanted. They're in a pretty bad position overall.
Chessie, his BKB is already done, so he needs to back. Fissure's going to connect.
The Fissure fails.
Yeah, Kyo is able to heal up a bit thanks to the armlet and completely toggle away. Pandam. Pandam PPD. Echo slammed up. In fact, his Icarus dive is going to be canceled. Is he going to live through this? No, the last right click is going to finish him off. So, Team Freedom does get one.
This out. He could Midnight Pulse the Roche Pit and probably defend it on his own. And that looks like they might actually know. The jig is up here.
Oh boy.
Looks like it's not happening.
Very low. Fissure's going to block off a couple of nice Ice Path into Dual Breath. Nether Ward is placed on the ground. See, of course, BKB, it's going to be up in 6 seconds, so he can just walk in there if he wants. Smoke, I'm not sure if they saw that, actually, it is nighttime. Either way, Wanted's going to play this a little bit passively, knowing that they probably have a very good lead right now.
There's a lens for
Pugna.
Very nice item for the hero. It's going to help a lot with his positioning. He's had a hard time in the previous fights with getting chronoed, but it's difficult for Pugna not to get chronoed when he has to the blast. Good values.
Fight here. Chessie and QO wrap around from the other side as BSJ tries to run away, probably to no avail. It's going to get X'd up to a torrent. And away he goes to the grave as it looks like Earthshaker also drops to the deck. Jo is going to be the sacrificial lamb for Wanted. Yules onto Chessie, still has the 9-second BKB to use if he wishes. Forest, double Chronosphere, they have a Black Hole if they want, and they're actually going to use it. Easy kills going the way of Wanted yet again. Tomato tries to use his spells to full effect, but it's going to be to no avail. He's the last remaining member of Freedom. And I would not be shocked with the G here.
I think you still play for this. Now all the cooldowns are used. Now you try one last push down mid and see if you can that or get the Roche. It wasn't claimed. Doesn't help that Shaker gets killed here, of course. Just gonna slow them down a bit further. But actually, nah, he respawns at about the same time as the Jakiro and the Bristle, so... Blink, or can I go for something that gives me more damage? Just bought a damage alternative, I think it's fine.
We have a potential...
Here we go.
Last-ditch effort.
Last hurrah here. This is a Hail Mary. I know you like that reference, because it sounds like NFL.
Great, thank you. Thank you for
you're welcome.
Catering to our American audience. Oh, PPD doesn't have Egg for another 2 seconds. He's going to get Yules'd up. Doesn't have mana to use right now. Echo Slam's going to be used on, I believe, one hero, and he's just going to backtrack most of the damage. Jo, nice use of the Shrine, going to force IX Mike into a terrible position. Has almost no mana. This Diffuse Blade is doing absolute work. It's a 1-for-1 for Jakiro for a support Pheonix. And the fight
this is not done yet.
Jumps in.
Kyo is more than fine here.
Yeah, this is... I don't know how you fight this if you're Freedom. No, they can try for the high ground game now. They have Keeper of the Light after all, and Jakiro.
The Void and Enigma together is a very difficult hero combination to fight into super late game, especially when they both start getting items like the Fresh Roar. You can't really get out of position in any way. Even at one core, getting out of position can just get chrono and kill it.
Tomato gets off some nice spells. Boris is just sitting here in Viz, gets a chrono onto 2. Didn't even see the second hero, but Earthshaker's gonna pop like nothing. Keeper of the Light's gonna be next on the list. Bristol back. You are not tanky against all this farm from Boris. And GGs are going to come out, so Wanted will move on to the next stage of the tournament, which they'll face up against the loser of Complexity and that's right, Volva team. How could I forget? My goodness. But yeah, this game 3 unfortunately was a stomp. I thought
Kind
it
of a
would
beatdown.